We are back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Well, a real fun afternoon is coming very soon to the Bickford Theater in Morristown at the Morris Museum because a very special guest will be there. She's an award-winning illusionist, and she's going to be performing an extraordinary show called The Magic of Lynn. That would be kind of awkward if her first name wasn't Lynn, so fortunately that worked out well. Lynn Dillies is my guest on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline, and Master Illusionist is with us here. Hi, Lynn. It's Bert. Welcome to WCTC. How are you?
Oh, I am doing fine, Bert. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for making yourself magically appear this morning. I greatly appreciate it. But before we talk about the show on Sunday, talk about Lynn Dillies and talk about some of the things you've done in your career.
Oh, gosh. Well, I feel like I've been doing magic my whole life, Bert. It's something that I think I was destined to do. It's really in my heart. I feel very blessed. I started at a young age and was inspired by Bill Bixby, who portrayed the part of a magician on a TV series called The Magician, and he sparked my interest enough to go to a local magic shop and purchase some small tricks, and it was very empowering for me. I was extremely shy as a young girl, so it made my shyness disappear, and I knew that that's what I was going to do for the rest of my life, and I've had quite an exciting career. I get to headline around major theaters around the country, and I occasionally perform with symphony orchestras in a program called Magic at the Symphony that I developed back in 2000, and I've performed with many, many symphonies around the country, and I perform my illusions in front of the orchestra while they play classical music to accompany the magic. So that's a real thrill. I got to premiere that program at Lincoln Center, and I've also made magic history working with elephants. I've done some really cool things with them, and then I think probably my proudest accomplishment is a public service campaign that I founded back in 2008 called Your Vote is Magic, that was inspired by my late father, who taught me about the importance of voting. And for the premiere of this, I produced the two live political mascots out of thin air, a donkey and an elephant. And that was the kickoff for this, and my message continues, and I bring this program into high schools around the country, teaching kids about the importance of voting in their lives and civic responsibility.
Wow. And it sounds to me like much like an experience for you growing up, Lynn. It's very empowering. And when you first, make something magical happen with your hands and people kind of see that, it's like, wow, that was pretty cool. How'd you do that? And it's kind of like a confidence booster, isn't it? The first time you do it and people are kind of impressed by it.
It really, really is. Yes, it's just a wonderful way for kids to gain confidence, and whether they go into magic professionally or not, it's just really great all the way around. It teaches them a lot of different skills, responsibility. Even just keeping the secret. It's something that they know that somebody else doesn't know, and it is empowering.
Yeah. And it seems like also with all the sort of the new advancements and all the things with the internet, and it just seems to me like the appetite of the audience, this seems like they're always demanding more and more, and they always want to see the boundaries pushed a little bit more, Lynn. How do you kind of stay contemporary with such a savvy audience that they've looked online, they've looked at all the stuff online, but you still continue to kind of amaze them? Talk about some of the challenges about having a fresh stage show when you go out on the road.
Well, I think it all comes down to the performer themselves, making it fresh. You can have all the greatest props, magic, illusions in the world, but it still comes down to that connection with the audience. And I think folks are really hungry these days to just go out, be entertained, and have a good time. There was kind of, I think, a cycle there where people, and perhaps, still are to some degree, really absorbed in their social media and all these TV series and whatnot. But there's nothing more exciting and thrilling than going to see a live performance. And that's the kind of magic that I want to bring to the Bickford Theater, something very family-friendly, give them an experience that they'll treasure and never forget. So as far as, trying to top myself always with, more cutting-edge illusions, it's still, to me personally, it's just still getting down to the basics, having that connection with the audience. The magic itself is extremely exciting. It's all choreographed to music, and it's very high energy, and a lot of bells and whistles with the show.
Yeah, this will be great. It's coming up, as Lynn mentioned, this coming Sunday, a special time, 3 p.m. at the Bickford Theater at the Morris Museum. You can purchase tickets by visiting morrismuseum.org, and bring the family. It's going to be a terrific afternoon of some family-friendly entertainment and great live magic by master illusionist Lynn Dillies, who will be there. So get your tickets. It's going to be a full house, that's for sure. So don't wait, and make sure you get your tickets there. And you had mentioned, Lynn, about not only introducing the young people to magic, but sounds like this classical music and the symphony work you have done, that's also young people's kind of first entree into that world also, right?
It certainly is. Yes, absolutely. It's a wonderful way to introduce them to the popular classics. And, symphonies are having a hard time attracting new audiences, and this is definitely a way for them to do it.
Well, very cool. And again, morrismuseum.org for tickets and info for the show this Sunday, but make sure you get them because they are going very quickly, and it's going to be a great afternoon with Lynn Dillies, who will be there. Lynn, where can we find you online, and some social media, some website things we could check on with you?
Oh, check out magicoflynn.com, and that's magic, and then O-F as in Frank, LYN.com. You can also visit magic@thesymphony.org, or yourvoteismagic.org. Or I'm also on Facebook as well, and that's Lynn, just with one N, Dillies.
Terrific. Well, we'll take a look for you there. And Lynn Dillies, Master Illusionist, thank you for your time today, and we'll see you at the Bickford Theater on Sunday, all right?
Thank you so much, Bert. My pleasure.